And you get to eat.
I'll give you some too.
Désolé pour mon français.
C'est pas porteur.
Make this 40 years old.
Roman are the worst. Oh yes!
On nous manque le début.
Lui, c'est moi. Et vous vous demandez sûrement qu'est-ce qu'il fout dans sa cuisine à se filmer, et surtout comment il a pu se retrouver à 8000 km au Texas pour être en plein milieu du tournage de la saison 5 de The Chosen. Personne se demande ça, on veut simplement voir les coulisses. Je vous explique. Léa, en plus d'être super sympa, travaille pour The Chosen France. Et en juin dernier, elle m'envoie un SMS. Dans 2 jours, elle part au Texas et a besoin de moi pour remplacer un cadreur. Le timing est serré, j'hésite pour plein de raisons, mais finalement...
Là, ça fait une demi-heure que Léa essaye de payer l'Uber. Bon, en attendant, on admire les grosses voitures. Pas mal.
Hello.
En gros, là, ce qu'il est en train de dire, c'est qu'il veut faire de The Chosen un peu comme Marvel et Star Wars, c'est-à-dire développer tout un univers sur les histoires bibliques avec le style de The Chosen. Par exemple, faire un spin-off sur la vie de Moïse ou sur les actes des apôtres.
C'est le début de cette magnifique journée. On arrive à Capharnaüm.
Lui, c'est B.G. Foreman. J'ai pas du tout bien prononcé son nom, mais en gros, c'est le coordinateur des décors du département artistique. Et il nous a lâché plein d'anecdotes sur le set de The Chosen. Comme par exemple...
we have 2 Jesus boats. We used the same blueprint that they believe they found one of the boats in Israel. If you get in the city, you'll see that every building has 4 sides and it's 4 different places no matter where you look. This exterior wall was the exterior wall of the perfume shop where Mary Bethany bought the oil. This was shot in Utah. When we were finished with it, we put it in a truck and brought it back down to store, and we needed something to cover up the horse stables that are behind this, and it happened to fit, so we put it up here. I'm Jewish. I don't work on the show because I believe in Jesus. Right. I work on the show because I believe in paying my mortgage. I went to Hebrew school for 8 years. I teach them how to write it. Wow. But I love this area. The inside of that room was Pilot's bedroom. We had a lot of trouble getting our crew into such a small space. Right. We rebuilt the entire set on the soundstage, took everything out of that room and moved it over across the lake. Well, I have been in the show 6 times. Oh, what? Yes.
C'est donc ici que Pierre et Gaius ont réparé la fontaine. Je sais pas si elle marche encore, mais... Et on rentre maintenant à l'intérieur de la synagogue qui est climatisée, donc c'est cool. Wouh! Et là, devinez où je suis. Je suis sur le siège de la synagogue, avec les Polonais. Salut! Et tout de suite, on va aller voir le tournage, en direct. On va voir les acteurs qui jouent, genre Jonathan Roumie et tout. Trop hâte. Voilà, ils nous appellent.
Alors, il s'est pas passé grand-chose et on n'a pas vu grand-chose, mais on a pu discuter un peu avec Dallas Jenkins, le réalisateur de la série. Et c'était vraiment un moment très, très touchant.
Relationship with my father again, or I'm coming back to church, or I've been healed of pain. You know, it's just God's doing something special, and we're just part of it. You know.
Après ce moment émotion, on nous a montré la maison de Pilate. Les décors étaient en mode hot set, c'est-à-dire qu'il ne faut en aucun cas toucher ce qui a été mis en place par l'équipe des décors. Ils vont tourner juste après des scènes, donc tu gardes tes mains dans tes poches et tu touches avec tes yeux.
Waouh, c'est super bien fait, les décors et tout. Figurez-vous que le décor, en fait, c'est une grande bâche. Ça, c'est une bâche.
Ensuite, on a pu aller voir la maison de Phoebe. Je sais même pas qui c'est dans la série, mais très très stylé.
It's a friend of Joanna's who's left for the season and leaves her house behind for them to stay in as guests. Season 5.
Donc ce matin, les acteurs jouaient ici même. On peut voir leurs accessoires qui sont restés sur place. Ils sont en pause déjeuner. Là-bas, on peut reconnaître le bâton de Jacques, le mineur.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm the sound mixer for The Chosen. And this is my workstation where all of the sound you enjoy starts here. If you can see the screen, all of the actors have individual mics. This is where I sit all day.
Comme vous pouvez le voir, la fontaine, tout est fake. On nous ment depuis le début. Tout est fake.
Et avant de passer à la suite en essayant les costumes de la série, on est passé par le bureau de Dallas Jenkins.
Un jour, on aura le même trophée. Un jour.
Yeah, it's hard because Utah has one type of heat. It's an angry child with a magnifying glass. And the direct sunbeam is hitting you and you're gonna die any second. Here, it just feels like a hot, thick curtain. And wherever you go, you're just trying to move through this thick mass of lava that is all around you.
What is it like filming in the gates of hell?
Similar.
Yeah.
C'est parti pour se faire déguiser.
C'est ça.
Donc c'est ici qu'il y a tous les costumes de la série. Les Romains. Oh waouh. Ah, le costume de Jésus est déjà pris. Par contre, je peux me déguiser en Nathaniel. En Judas. Judas bleu. Peter. Non, Peter est pas là. Donc Léa est en route pour se faire déguiser. Bah moi c'est que le début là. Il faut encore rajouter les accessoires là. Shmuel, Shmuel. If you do not pronounce your words. And a Roman. Ah, Gaius maybe. Yes.
My name is Colleen Power Griffin, and I'm the key background costumer for The Chosen. So a typical day will have anywhere from 5 to 300 backgrounds. Everybody will get a pair of shoes from us. So we have sandals, oh very nice. We have all of these clothes to choose from. And then typically we'll have people go ahead and get dressed in that, and then they'll come back to us and we'll come over here. This is our accessories world. We'll get you a belt or an apron if you need an apron, and then also of course jewelry, which is the most fun for most people. And we have bracelets and rings and earrings and all sorts of necklaces. And for the men, sometimes too, they'll get a hat. So we have all sorts of really cool hats in all sizes. Then after all of that, they'll be done with costumes and they'll head to hair and makeup. We'll help make sure that they stay looking good all day long.
On est donc ici à Capharnaüm, donc la ville où a été tournée la saison 4, et ils sont en train de la transformer en Jérusalem, car c'est là que se déroulera la saison 5. Alors je vais vous montrer un petit peu quelque chose d'intéressant. C'est qu'en fait, vous voyez ces murs ici, là, donc bien sûr ils ont été construits sur mesure, ils ont été construits pour les décors, et en fait, c'est pas porteur. Donc c'est ici dans cette allée par exemple qu'il y a eu la guérison de Véronica. Vous voyez ici où il y avait toute la foule qui était condensée quand Jaïr essayait d'amener Jésus vers sa fille mourante. Et juste derrière moi, vous voyez, c'est la synagogue. Et puis juste là, peut-être ça vous rappelle une scène terrible de la saison 4. Reima, on pense à toi bien sûr si tu nous entends d'en haut. Ici il y a un temple romain je pense. En fait c'est peut-être quartier romain. On a vu les statues, ça va être ça. Très belle, magnifique. Mais c'est fou de détails. C'est une vraie ville qu'ils ont construite en fait en très peu de temps. En fait, même à l'intérieur des maisons, ils ont décidé de tout construire dans le moindre détail, même si c'est jamais filmé en fait. Et là, il y a même une cour. Alors je sais pas si quelque chose a été filmé ici.
Donc là, on arrive à l'endroit où Matthieu collectait les taxes dans la saison 1. Donc on peut reconnaître la petite cabane.
Vas-y. Ok.
Le lendemain de cette journée incroyable, nous avons pu interviewer en exclusivité les acteurs de la série de The Chosen. Je vais pas pouvoir vous montrer l'entièreté de tout ce qui a été filmé. Si vous voulez en voir davantage, vous pouvez vous abonner à la chaîne de The Chosen France.
Our writers embraced, my own disability and made it part of the character. So there's definitely a really strong connection between me and little James. It's been the most cathartic and therapeutic experience I've ever had as an actor, and I'm so grateful to play him. I've always been fascinated by the character of Judas, so switching roles with him would be fun because I love finding the humanity and vulnerability in characters that are often portrayed as you know, scheming or evil or the bad guy. I like to find the thing that you can empathize with in them, because, you know, Judas was a human too. He was scared. He made decisions based on that fear, and I think the way Luke plays him is beautiful, but it would be fun to give, you know, take a crack at that character.
Imaginez, étant donné ma difformité.
I know. Do you? Me.
That's your.
Yeah.
Really?
I heard déformité.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good catch.
Yeah.
Good. You can hit.
That was me.
Yes! And you get to eat.
I'll give you some too.
Ah, let's see how it works.
Yeah.
I've been in France like twice in the past 2 years. I love
You
it.
need to come back. We wait for you.
Okay. Honestly, the most, I think, important part of my preparation for getting into the role was, what I do is I lock myself in my room alone and I daydream and I sort of live out the circumstance. I try to in my imagination. So, and even taking it away from the 2,000 years ago, what would it be like to not be able to pay your taxes, to feel like you're about to lose your livelihood, to feel like there may not be a way forward? I just really try to get into that headspace. Then from there on, it's like, what would it be like if the Messiah arrived and he chose you and you have to try to help him fulfill his mission? All of the sort of fear that would come with that, the pride in both good and bad ways. And so I just try to wrestle with that myself. I mean, even when I'm like flying to set sometimes, I'll be like in my chair, you know, like a tear coming down my eye, because I'm like, what would it be like if I actually make music in my trailer when I'm not working? Like I bring my MIDI keyboard and it sounds like a rave is going on in my room as we're getting ready. It's like, no, we're ready for you. And it's like, I'm like, what?
Loaves or fishes?
The fish smelled so bad when we did that scene, so definitely loaves. I'm very thankful I was the one handing out the bread. They had like dried real fish, and when they cut open the first one, and it was like juice was coming out, and it was hotter than this. It was like really hot.
Smell.
Oh, it was gross.
Best enemy, Roman or Pharisee?
Roman are the worst by far. Down with the Romans.
Is that good?
Very delicate and nice. Now it's getting a little more, no, delicate and nice. I enjoy.
What kind of lens you have in terms of millimeter? Like this show has, you know, behind us, the boring part, the really interesting part is 150 people that are doing insanely amazing jobs. So every person that is working on this production is incredibly passionate about their work and incredibly talented. Like they are the top. They're with you. It's like a dance. So they are dancing with you, and it's really, really nice to trust that person behind the camera. It's like family that is doing something together, so you don't feel a divide.
I'm gonna take a peek.
That's
wow.
a
Okay.
Well, most of my family was excited, but I think the two reactions that stood out to me the most were my mom and my grandmother, because my mother immediately, she knows I'm the troublemaker of the family. I'm very rebellious. So because I was happy, she could tell. I was like, oh, you're Judas, aren't you? So she was the first one to guess it.
She
Nobody
guessed.
else.
She knew.
No, I went to my family. I was like, I'm in a Jesus show. Guess who I am? Not 2 seconds later, my mom crosses her arms. It's like, it's Judas, isn't it?
No way.
And then my grandma, she was like, no.
No?
No.
She didn't want you to play the role?
It's like, she was like, yeah, no, they'll cast you something else. Apparently I've been talking to my uncle, and he's been telling me she's convinced that apparently this version of Judas is going to not betray Jesus, specifically because I play him.
Interesting.
Oh, she'll be in for
watching.
surprise.
Keep watching.
Je suis persuadé que tu vas changer le monde.
Oh.
Et je veux participer à ça.
I'm gonna go with me.
I think I think it might be me, because je suis, I am some, and it's change. It was change, and I don't remember a lot of my lines, but I remember I said, I think you're going to change the world.
Whoa.
Oh, good one.
Is that right?
Is that
exactly that.
Oh yes!
Way!
Yes!
Oh. That's so good.
I'm at home.
How do you say delicious?
Délicieux.
Délicieux.
C'est délicieux.
Delicieux.
When I first auditioned, I didn't realize I auditioned for Simon-Pierre.
Oh.
Okay. At the very beginning for season 1.
Yeah.
I looked like a child. I didn't have a beard at the time. I was just auditioning for a bunch of other stuff too. So I walked in looking like a 12-year-old, talking about my wife and my brother and how we're about to lose our fishing business. And I looked at Dallas and I was like, no. And he was like, no. And then 2 years later, I auditioned for him again for Philip, and then he was like, oh no, let's keep bringing him back. And so that's how I got Judas.
Christian?
Wow.
You got a kit?
Amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
We were recording in season 2 when Thomas, Rama, and her dad Kafni are looking to see which way to go on the map.
Yeah, I see.
They're deciding to go join the group. Yeah. Dallas comes up to us in between one of the takes and he just goes, yeah, you know, this is going to be kind of crazy because she's going to die. And we're both like, what do you mean she's going to die? And he goes, yeah, no, we're gonna have to kill her off in the next couple seasons. So we were both really shocked, didn't know that was happening. And then, of course, I was surprised that it came so early in season 4. I thought it was gonna be maybe season 5. But we had a moment in a very serious scene where somebody farted during the take. We'll not say who, but this person has now become notorious with being the person who farts on set. So anytime that happens, we all look at this person.
Pourquoi pas? Pourquoi pas français?
Je suis français, je suis né et j'ai grandi à Paris. J'apprends en général mon texte le matin de la scène tournée, vraiment au dernier moment. Parce que si je l'apprends à l'avance, j'ai peur d'être coincé dans une musicalité préparée. Et j'ai du mal à m'en défaire quand on tourne. Donc j'ai besoin que ce soit frais. Donc en général, j'apprends le matin. Et ça tombe bien parce que dans cette série, j'ai pas énormément de texte à dire.
Can we have one more?
So good.
All right,
I'll try the rose one. Let's see.
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Jonathan Roumie, je fais le rôle de Jésus. I would say Jesus is the most remarkable person you will ever discover. You know, whether you're Catholic or Protestant or some other denomination that follows Jesus, there's more that unites us than separates us. By being inspired by the Jesus that we present, we try to present an authentic version, an authentic portrayal of who Jesus was, what his character was, what he stood for, what he said. And we want to inspire people to want to know more about him. And the people that have gone on that journey, some of them have come off of addictions, some of them have gone back to church, some of them stepped into a church and found a relationship with God that they never thought was possible. They found a purpose and a meaning in their life that they didn't have before. And maybe that's you watching now. So I would encourage you to allow yourself to be inspired by just a really good TV show. As a historical drama goes, this is one of the best out there. Okay. I'm a little biased, but it's true, yeah. I think there's a fire in France that is building for the love of Jesus, the love of Christ. It's so exciting to see it growing in France and to see it taking off. Season 5, I've never seen so much dialogue in my life. There's so much dialogue in season 5. So pray for me that I remember it all. And I built my own life-size cross, and I carried it around my backyard and reenacted the crucifixion as a kid, 11, 12-year-old. I had no idea that I would actually be doing that for a living. So, but God did, so that's all that matters.
And thanks for the food.
Merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. Encore une fois, si vous voulez avoir plus de contenu de The Chosen, abonnez-vous à la chaîne The Chosen France. À bientôt.